All right, welcome back. Welcome back. And we are joined by um, a political activist. He likes to call himself a political activist. I call him a political expert or a politician, so to speak. Because, in my opinion, every political activist in Nigeria is a politician waiting to happen. So we have a comrade Joseph Priye with us this morning. Comrade, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Once
Good
again.
morning, viewers all over the world.
All right, so from corruption because everything about Nigeria now is almost corruption, and what we're going to talk about is something that is probably stems out from that, and so we're going to look at the growing leadership crisis within the African Democratic Congress. Now, it's a situation that has raised a serious legal, political, and institutional questions, especially following INEC's position on the party's leadership. You know, INEC initially acknowledged the leadership of Senator David Mark and Ariwe Shola as the secretary, and all of a sudden they came and they don't no longer recognize it. They don't recognize this faction. They don't recognize the leadership of that faction. Recognize the leadership of this faction because of what the court has said. And what exactly is happening inside the ADC and how we got to this point is what we're going to be postulating this in this segment of the. And we're also going to look at what it means, not just for the party, but for Nigeria's broader democratic landscape. So, Mr. Comrade Joseph Priye, or Comrade Priye, thank you for being with us this moment.
Thank you very much.
All right, now, from an objective standpoint, how serious do you think this leadership crisis is within the ADC?
Okay, thank you very much. This is a very critical issue, not only for ADC, a generally speaking, democracy in Nigeria. Because what is happening now, look at the country carefully. There's no democracy. Some person can put it in that way, but we need to be very frank to ourselves. Because we look at apart from the APC, look at other political parties in the country. Almost all of them have internal crisis. Mm-hmm. And this is the first that you will see political parties almost all the political parties having crisis to the extent that they cannot be able to resolve their crisis internally. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, that's what I said, that not only for ADC is democracy in Nigeria generally. Now, look at what is happening in ADC now. Initially, the INEC recognized David Mark led the leadership of the African Democratic Congress. Okay. Then, suddenly, because before David Mark took over the leadership of ADC, there was existing leadership structures across the country, headed by Nafiu Bala.
Yeah.
You understand? And before David Mark and the Ariwe Shola took over the leadership, they resigned. Those people resigned and handed over the leadership to David Mark and what have you. They were controlled from existing structures. But all of a sudden, a few days ago, INEC deleted all the leadership, the members, the leadership structure. David Mark, the secretary, arrested them from the INEC portal, insisting that they have pending litigation, court cases. That to show that what really happened at the initial stage that make INEC to recognize the Mark-led leadership of ADC. I'm not speaking for ADC, but I'm speaking from general point of view.
Do you understand? Do you understand the court's document that INEC are standing on to make that decision?
Now, look at it. Before we get there, the former chairman of National African Democratic Congress, resigned officially. Is in a public domain. Later, it's in a public domain that the man resigned.
Yeah, I think I saw copies of
the letter. He resigned. And the court case, the document of that court case is not in the public domain yet. It's not in the public domain. Now, if that document is effective, is in the public, let INEC bring the evidence that look at the court case there. Why INEC know that there's a pending court case to recognize the remark leadership of the ADC. Till at this 11th hour, do you know that we are doing Congress party primary will start this month on the 25th by INEC timetable. Party primaries will start from the 25th of this month to 30th of May. That's party primaries. Now, all the parties will do their national conventions and what have you within this month.
So are you saying that it's a deliberate thing?
Of course, in politics, there's a political undertone there. What is happening in the ADC is whatever they want to do to make sure that they grab power. That's what is happening.
In the ADC?
No, from
the leading,
from the ruling party. That's what is happening, because you cannot tell me that what is happening. Leadership in APC are innocent, or what is happening in ADC. You cannot say so. Even though there's no clear evidence on that, they are putting fire. How could you believe that all the political parties in Nigeria are having crisis?
Yeah, but the APC have come out to say that they have no business in what is happening.
That's what do we expect from them?
But
do we expect APC to tell you that we are the one that doing this? Do you expect that from APC before?
No, INEC also has said that the decision to remove the names of David Mark as the national chairman and Rauf Aregbesola as the national secretary from his portal was a direct act of compliance with a court order to maintain the status quo ante bellum as the state of affairs before the legal dispute began 2nd, 2025. Now, the question that I have to ask is, before September 2nd, 2025, what was the state of ADC?
Now, the INEC we are talking about, we are working with the ADC, recognizing the leadership of David Mark, and they were working together. Anytime INEC have an official engagement that need political parties to participate, INEC reach out to David Mark leadership to participate.
Okay.
INEC knew that court issue were existing. Why INEC at that point let the leadership know that you people have pending litigations. For that reasons, will not reach out to you people on pending that case is resolved.
Yeah, but that
border relationship was there between INEC and the ADC, led by the David Mark. But they brought with could you also let us be very frank to ourselves, because issues like this we need to be very clear to ourselves. The moment this new set of people they come to ADC, that's why
that's when this started. I agree with you.
When the founder of the Kwankwaso movement, who is Rabbi Kwankwaso, defected to ADC, overnight this news came up.
Well, hopefully we'll get a representative from the Independent National Electoral Commission in a subsequent episode of this show to answer the question, because I personally I have a certain misunderstanding. I want to use the word misunderstanding so it doesn't look like I have a grouse or I have a kettle of fish in this matter. I have my own kettle in this matter, because INEC said the decision stems from a direct act of compliance with a court order to maintain the state of affairs before the legal dispute began on September 2nd, 2025. Now, David Mark became the head of, or the chairman of the ADC July, I think he was appointed July 1st, 2025 as the interim national chairman, alongside Rauf Aregbesola as the interim national secretary. Then on July 29, 2005, National Executive Committee meeting formally dissolved the previous National Working Committee led by Ralph Wonsu to ratify Mark's leadership.
Yes, they ratified their leadership.
Then September 10th, INEC officially updated its portal
and include
David Marks
and his people in their portal.
Now, it marks a little bit of
it's contradicting.
It's contradicting. Because if the court is saying
contradicting,
if the court is saying antebellum, the state of affairs before the legal issue started. The legal issue started on September, and before September, David Mark was already the leader.
Yes, and INEC recognized David Mark's leadership. So what is all this emergency situation coming from?
So, but now this whole drama, what does it spell out for Nigeria politically?
Actually, it's not painting good about the Nigerian political system because we are too desperate to grab power. Sincerely speaking, we are too desperate to grasp power. The matter the situations. That's why I said in my opening remark, democracy is gradually dying in this country. Democracy is gradually going down. No opposition parties, as we speak. Like I said earlier, that all the political parties in this country, apart from except APC, they have internal crisis. But down to the least party, to the extent that for you to even identify yourself within a political party, you first of all identify the crisis, the factors, the lingering issues within that party. It's not really putting us in a good light in our democratic system, because democracy is gradually going down in this country, and the government and the people need to come up and resist this. Because by the time, from look of things, we are gradually going to one-party system.
It begins to look like that.
Yes, gradually we are going to. Those are the remote causes. We can call the remote causes of one-party system in this country. Now, if you continue to allow this, then what will happen in tomorrow? In fact, will not good for everybody in this country. If actually we allow, even though we have other political participating, trying to go into election, we are still having a lot of issues, developmental issues in this country. By the time you look at our populations, even our population alone is not comfortable with one-party system.
Yeah, we're too much to
yes.
one party. Yeah, I agree with that.
We are not even. In fact, it's not comfortable with one-party system. Look at what is playing out now. Gradually, they are forcing the country into a one-party system. It will not be good for Nigerians.
But do you think the opposition party has unwittingly played into the hands of the ruling party and made themselves susceptible to this kind of manipulation? Because this looks like manipulation to me.
Of course, if there's another word that we can use to substitute that manipulations, and we'll let you use that word. Okay. You understand? Because actually, what is happening? The ADC have been manipulated.
It looks like that.
Yes, from manipulated, and it's still boiled down to our constitution. Look at our constitution. The constitution gives so much power to the presidency.
But before we go there, my concern is because the ADC is not a new party.
Yes,
it's not necessarily a new party.
Was not active.
It's not just today. Yeah, it was not just this active, right?
Caliber of person that we had ADC in last 2 years, and the caliber of person in ADC today now, you will know that they are ready for business.
Yeah,
and anybody that's in power in our Nigerian context will not allow such kind of thing to happen. So by all means, whatever that's politics for you, use whatever you have to get whatever you want.
Yeah, but the question I have is the ADC had their own little crisis internally before all these large exposure they are now having came about.
Those are minor issues. Yeah, even the internal issues that the family need to address.
But why would you join a political party that has this? Because this is
no. Look at it. Look at it. When the whole system started, those people that are in the ADC today, most of them were in PDP.
Yes.
And most of them some of them were in APC and SDP.
SDP, yes.
Now they look at it carefully. Someone like Amechi and some of them, they are grieved member from the APC.
From the APC.
Because the current administration is not working to their favor.
Yeah.
So they crack it out. They remove themselves from the system. Now they now look at alternative political platform to engage themselves.
But the problem is they went to this platform and they are making this platform, they met people there.
Of course.
One would expect that you would do everything with your power to make sure that the people you met,
those people are
well taken care of.
Yes, they have done that. That's why you
so why are we still having issues?
You know, before they went to initially Raf, was in SDP.
Yes.
Then El-Rufai went to SDP.
Yes.
But I look at the end of the day, they discovered that even the SDP has been attacked by the current administrations. There's no way for them to operate from that angle. They now look at ADC. ADC at that moment was a very good platform, even though they have internal crisis, just a little crisis within themselves. It's a good platform that they can be able to use. But what they need to do is to address the internal issues within themselves. So they took time to address issues, and that's why you see the former chairman of the National Assembly Party resigned and hand over the structure to the remark and rest of them. And the INEC accepted them, recognized them, and they were working together. You understand? So, now, from look of things, now the caliber of person, ADC now becoming a formidable structure. More formidable than even the PDP.
Yes, they are.
And they become a threat to the ruling party. The current administration, they look at it. So, and that's why all the stories are coming from.
So it is your belief that everything was fine. It's just the ruling party trying to,
of course, destabilize. Because within the ADC, no matter the situations, they will be able to resolve their internal issues.
So what would you advise the ADC leadership to do right now?
Yes, I think yesterday they have made a press conference.
Yeah, they did have a press conference.
And nothing they can do about that. They have made their press conference. All they will do is agitate. Yeah, the word before them very tough, sincerely speaking, because they never expect that INEC, such kind of thing will hit them at this critical moment. So they are confused.
Very close to their confidence.
They are confused. How will they be able to, if you want to go through legal process, fine. The only way to address is for them to go through legal process, right?
That's going to take time.
And that's going to take time. Because in the Nigerian situation, when you talk, that's why we look at it now, everything now, we look at what is playing now, that still boil down.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
We still boil down the corruption now. You will approach the judiciary to express your interest, what is happening, express your dissatisfaction about what is happening. Then they'll go through that procedure, give you time. By the time they are done with this process, election is over.
Yeah.
Election is over. My best advice to the people in ADC is for them to look at another political platform if actually they are ready to be in the ballot in these coming elections. Is to look for another political platform.
Jump ship to another political
what do we expect? That's the best thing to do, because what's happened before them, it's very difficult for them to come out from it and then face the elections. It's not possible, because the enemy will not sleep. Of course, the enemy is not sleeping, working day and night.
Okay.
So that's my best advice for ADC.